Hi, Dr. Dana Selby here. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to sports tape an ankle, specifically for stability. So for example, if you've rolled your ankle, you can utilize this taping technique to help stabilize that injured area. Okay, so when you are taping an ankle, you need to make sure that the ankle is put into what's called dorsiflexion. And that is when you have your patient bend the ankle into this L shape. Now ideally you want them to keep as dorsiflexed as possible, but it can definitely fatigue out the lower leg, so you may have to help them a little bit. Now I have here a heel lace pad, and it's just spongy packing material, I think is what we use, with a little bit of petroleum jelly in the middle, a little bit of Vaseline to help it stick. And we're going to put it in the crook of the ankle at the top, and we're going to put it over the Achilles tendon at the back. Because when the ankle moves, when you're walking, it goes forward into plantar flexion and backwards into dorsiflexion, and it can be an area of high friction. Now this is pro wrap. It's not necessary for somebody who shaves. So gentlemen, if you're going to be getting your ankle taped a lot, I would recommend shaving from that point down, and then you can put the tape directly on the skin. Ladies, most of you shave, so the point is moot. Get the pro wrap around, going over the arch like a stirrup. Try not to have any rolls on those heel lace pads. Try to have them completely flat. Okay? Now, the pro wrap itself is an interesting material because often it will adhere to itself. If it's starting to roll up, as this one is, you can take a little strip of tape and hold it down. Now we get to the good part of the tape job. Okay? Using the sports tape, you can go a little bit above the edge of the pro wrap, but for the sake of my subject here, I'm not going to. I'm going to stay right on the pro wrap. Now, you don't want to go up into the calf muscle itself. So where the calf muscle starts to round out, you want to go below that level, okay? Not so tight that you're cutting off the blood supply, so make sure whoever you're taping gives you some feedback if they start to feel that it's too tight. Sooner rather than later is definitely preferable. I'm going to do another anchor, and I'm going to cover that tape about halfway with my second strap. Now this tape is 2.5 inches. I prefer using it, but you can use thinner tape. I'm going to create what's called a stirrup, so I'm going to kind of eyeball how long I want this piece to be. Now this is where you want to really make sure that that ankle is dorsiflexed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact, and if you come over here with the camera, I'm going to contact below what's called the 5th metatarsal. And that's the bone on the outside of the foot. I don't want to be on that 5th metatarsal, okay? I'm going to go below that. Now I'm going to pull straight up on either side. Get that tape down, and then I'm going to anchor it, okay, up at the top. Now you can do however many stirrups you want. Often it's about 3. For this taping demonstration, I'm only going to do 2, okay? You can relax a little bit if you'd like. So, below that 5th metatarsal, and I'm going to be pulling up equally on both sides here, flatten the tape down, and I'm going to anchor it down. Now again, if at all possible, try not to have that tape wrinkle up at all. You want to have it nice and smooth, almost like a cast. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is what's called a heel lock. And it's almost like a figure 8 pattern, and this is really important for the stability of the tape job. So you need to do as many as is required. So if somebody's playing football or rugby, for example, you may need to do more. If it's for a little bit of stability for somebody who's just rolled an ankle, you could probably do less, okay? If they're not returning to play at that point in time. So, if I start on the outside of the foot, I'm going to follow, and if you come over here, I'm going to follow along the inside of the arch over that stirrup. Now, I'm going to end up on the outside of the foot again. Again, below the level of that 5th metatarsal, hooking around the heel, and now I'm on the inside, okay? So I will cut this tape off so that you can see how I'm doing it, but with that I would have been able to continue on the heel locks with one strip. So now I'm going to start on the inside of the ankle. I'm going to follow my stirrup, going below the level of the foot mat there. Now I'm on the inside. I'm going to hook around the heel, and I'm on the outside. So now I'm going to continue the tape without breaking it here. So I've started on the outside. I'm going to come across the inside of the arch, follow that stirrup. I'm on the outside. I'm going to hook around that heel, and now I'm on the inside. I'm going to continue that across the outside, come across the arch on the inside, and I'm going to hook around the heel. That's where we're going to call it a day here. Now, if you have any windows, open spaces where you can see flesh, and there's a little one right here, we can see that there's a little open space there. You want to close your windows. If we leave them open, the tape itself, the compression around the other area, will actually kind of force the skin out a little bit, and you can create a tape burn, and we don't want that. We don't want any kind of blistering or friction. So I'm going to bring a strip of tape, and I'm going to cover where my window, technically I didn't have one on the outside, but it was kind of thin there, so I'm going to cover on the inside as well as the outside there. And now I've covered my windows. And that is how you can effectively tape an ankle. For more information, leave a comment below and stay tuned for our next YouTube video.